We go. Yay, it's Monday, the 15th of June. This is a special day because it is the 10th anniversary of this man right here who, when he joined with J.H. Israel and started, the leadership of the National Leadership Center. So we're excited to be celebrating with you, Iran. I often think about 10 as being time of testing. There's 10 commandments, and there's just like the 10 just seems a significant time. And so God bless you, and we give you a big
Thank you.
celebration for 10 very successful years. You are absolutely a rock star. Everybody loves you. You can tell us again, is it something like 100 and how many thousand people that have gone through the National Leadership Center in the last 10 years? So a big congratulations for 10 years. Thank you, Aran. Please share with us. Over to you.
Thank you, Patricia. So it's make me happy to celebrate my 10th anniversary here with you all. I think this is the foundation of our organization, the prayer and the group that are praying. So I would like to say a minute before my 10 and my feelings today, and I want to share with you. Um, President Trump is very close to sign a deal here. Um, we don't know how it's going to end, but it's not look good, very good for now. Again, we need to wait and we need to see how it's going to be and what is the influence and what is going to be here. It's not looking great, but let's wait. I prefer to wait and to see what is going to be in the end of the road. One of the lessons that I learned is God is preparing the way and He doing the plans for us and let's see what is going to be there. We are stressed here. We are not very happy in Israel, but I suggest to continue to pray and to see how it's going to be because this is the Middle East. Last week we was under attack, and it's amazing to see how people are coming back in a minute to alive. I opened the NLC. The ceasefire started at 6 a.m. 9 a.m. It was already the group here. So you can say, okay, we are not we are crazy, but this is how it's going to be. So let's wait. I don't know how it's going to look, but let's wait. This is the Middle East. Every hour is different, and God is taking care of us. It's worked for us for 5,000 years, right? So let's trust that it's going to continue to be like that.
Yeah.
You are right, Patricia. Today it's sorry. You are right. Today it's my 10 anniversary that celebrating here, and if it's okay, I would like to take to focusing on that
Yes.
in the celebration that I have in my and I would like to say a prayer and I will mention Sharon in a minute, but Sharon, if you can join me to start with reading Psalms 100, I will be more than happy.
Okay. A psalm of thanksgiving. Make a joyful shout to the Lord, all ye lands. Serve the Lord with gladness. Come before his presence with singing. Know that the Lord, he is God. It is he who has made us and not we ourselves. We are his people and the sheep of his pasture. Enter into his gates with thanksgiving and into his courts with praise. Be thankful to him and bless his name. For the Lord is good, his mercy is everlasting, and his truth endures to all generations.
Thank you, Sharon. So this is one of my when I'm coming to work every day in the last 10 years, this is my plan. This is how I'm working. I'm starting the days with this song. I think before praying for health issues or success or peace or shalom, I think I learned in the last 10 years that when you start with the gratitude and when you start to with by saying thanks, it's make you a different person. And this is something that I learned for this community, but and from my header. And I'm saying all the time, and after I continue, after saying that, I continue with Psalms 103 2. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and forget not all his benefits. And this is my plan. This is how I'm working. This is I'm wired in the last 10 years. And I really every day try to stop and say thank to the Lord and people that are be part of my journey, our journey. And I really, I thank the Lord for all the journey that we have. It was very clear for day one for me what we are doing here, how we are going to do it, and to be part of a group that her wish is projecting hope in the last 20 years when Heather started resilience and healing for the Jewish people by education, by bringing the Bible alive, by bringing leadership to the next generations. For me, it's something that this is my plan. Think about 20 years ago or more when Heather had the vision to come to Israel. And the Heather Johnston that you know today, this is not the Heather Johnston that was 20 years ago. Sharon was there, she can tell you for sure. Heather Johnston for me, it's like a queen, like King David in a way. Heather Johnston didn't was raised in palaces. In the most of the years that she came to Israel, she was sleeping in houses of people. I met Dorit Nachman a week ago, and she told me that like until 5 years or 6 years ago, Heather was sleeping in their house while she was here. With when Ron was alive, of course, but this is how she's operated, and she have a vision about the young generations of the Jewish people, convincing Ron Nachman, which who knows him, it's not easy. I will not, you are welcome to read her book, but this is stories that worth to tell because when it started, it was nothing. It was nothing. It was nothing and less. And I learned that if you are building a church and you have $10 million in your pocket, it's great. But if you are building a church and you don't have money in your pocket, this is something that you are willing to bleed and build in your lifetime. And I think this is and then you are meeting a couple from Atlanta. Their name is Sharon and Terry, and you share with them your vision that to build an Alpan Tower in the hills of Ephraim. And this young couple, younger, they're not young, but young couple was willing to sacrifice and give a check for building an Alpine Tower in the hills of Ephraim. Think about it. Think about Fred and Sonia for Reading, that coming to Israel a day after day and supporting and praying and this is the I'm thinking, I was today I woke up very early like I'm doing, and I start to write the list of people that I know personally, that I know how much they will sacrifice for this vision. And when I get to 150 people, I stop because it's like it's not. And think about, I know by name more than 2,200 people that I can tell you for sure that they was giving to the vision, and the prayers. And I'm speaking about Jamie from Alabama, that the last 10 years, every Shabbat, she's sending me and Levavit a prayer for our house, for our healing, for our. So how much commitment was pouring to this vision, and it's amazed me all the time that people are pouring their energies, prayers, focusing on Israel, focusing in what we are doing. And today I have somebody from the Ministry of Education that came. We are signing a big contract. Like my team said, you are signing a contract again that we cannot deliver, but it's not important. I was signing an agreement in a way that 1,200 young people are going to the JLI from September to December. Who can carry this weight? Not me, but God will. But think about it, that in a month of war in Israel, and uncertain. What we are doing, the operation that we are doing in Israel, we are going to have 2,000 people, 2,000, nearly 2,000 people in our activity in June. I have a conversation 2 hours ago with Jonathan Laduk, that is our chief of staff in JH Israel, that God sent us in such a bless for us, for me, for us. And he told me that in JH Ranch, in the summer, there is 1,800 people all summer. We have 2,000 in 1 month. So, and you're thinking about that, and if you can tell me that God is not here running the show, I will tell you that you are crazy, because just him can do it. And think about it, in the middle of the war, when nothing happening, we build another campus, and people are knocking on our doors, and wants to be part of what we are doing. Ministry of Education, the management of Mount Herzl, the management of Yad Vashem, the municipality of Jerusalem. Now we are starting in September to work. In August, we are going to have a pilot in the municipality of Tel Aviv. Municipality of Tel Aviv, one of the leading cities in Israel that is very liberal, and they ask us to do a pilot for 100 children in the city of Tel Aviv with our curriculum, with what we are doing. Eagerness, for sure. Heart of stone, heart of becoming a heart of flesh, sure. So I'm thinking all the time about Heather, that was sitting in and open the oven and see the vision to start something in Israel, and the sacrifice of the hair and Bruce and the family, all the years coming back and forth, fightings and knocking on doors. And if the door is not open, come from the windows, and if not, we are taking a hammer and we are crashing the walls, because we don't have any other choice. I wake up in the morning and I'm doing what is God giving us to do. I cannot be lazy. I cannot say that I'm not doing anything else. And I think one of the lessons that I learned, except to say thank God every morning, I learned to pray. And think about it, the years that we have. We have COVID, we have wars, we have whatever you want. We have challenges, financial challenges. We have demons that was running after organization. We have Ishmaels inside our organization that want to ruin the organization from the inside, and. But again, in the end of the day, we are standing strong and kicking the reality, because of the vision of one woman that saw that they're going to come from 4 quarters of the world, and we see that. We see immigrants that are coming, we see people that are coming, we see Arabs that are coming, see everybody wants to be part of what we are doing. And it's make me so proud to be part of this journey of us. And I really thank each and every one of you. And again, it's going to come to the board in July, but we go over the 150,000 people that we serve. Think about it. If you double that with the American population, how many people, if you can have opening the public schools for you, and doing Ministry of Education, and then this is what we did, 150,000 people that we serve. And I think that, and again, Sharon, don't tell that I told that here, because it's not going to be boring in the board meeting. But if we are looking in January, June, it's the same like last year. But the difference is that this year we have 2 months that we didn't work. So the numbers are the same, and we didn't work for 2 years. So think about what is the future is going to look for us, and think how much we are, and we are investing, and the team is working very hard here. Rachel is here with me, always supporting and be part of the journey for the last 9 years. But it was not easy. But this place was building by faith. This place was built after miracle. And I think that if you as a human being can enjoy and see miracles and don't say, okay, it's coincidence, okay, it's President Trump, okay, whatever. If you can wake up in the morning and understand that the miracle after miracle after miracle is escalating in your life, and when you are in a deep hole of darkness and attacks and whatever, and you say, okay, this is part of God plan. If it's not going to work like that, he is going to send us the next leader that is going to help us. He's going to send us the next group that is going to support us. And one of my goal, and this is why I'm coming to do what I'm doing. First of all, because I'm working in what I wish that it's going to be my pension. Okay, I'm enjoying to come. Some of the people go to the country club, and again, Sharon, I hope that you are going to hire me for long years. But for me, I'm doing my pension here, and this is such a bless to come to a work that you are have fun. So some of the time it's not fun, but when it's not fun, I understand that this is my mission in life. This is my lifetime, and all the time we are adapting new approaches, and we are doing things that is going to for the next generation in their speaking in their language. Because if you have children's or grandchildren's, you know Dakota, the grandson of Sharon, when he came after 2 days, I said, Dakota, can you take and speak slow in 30% in a way, because I don't understand what he's saying to me. And my sons also, they're speaking very fast when they're speaking. My son Itamar is 6 months in the north, in the Far East, and I say to him, Itamar, how is your trip? He said, hmm. I said, can you do a little bit more than hmm? He said, great. And by the way, this is what's happened to us here in the activities. We are speaking with the children, and they are very short and very, for them, 30 seconds is whoa, it's too much. And we have to, but what we are doing, we are adjusting our activities to them. But what we are not going to do, and we are not doing, we are not changing the message. We are speaking about leadership. We are speaking about purpose in life. We are speaking to how beautiful is the Bible. We are speaking about faith. We are speaking about act of leadership. We are speaking about that in their language. And I think the fact that we have a waiting list for September, this is something that show how we are important to the nation, but more than that, how much is that relevant. And in Israel, it's not easy in these years, because religious people are taking the beautiful, I think, side of the Bible and by laws. And I'm not going to criticize that, but I think the Bible is beautiful. And if you are embracing that and understand that, and have fun to read it and learn that, you see how people are. We spoke about in one of our curriculum, and we did the pilot. We spoke about Ezra and Nehemiah. It can be very easily boring, but when you are bringing that alive, and people understand that you can build a Jerusalem, but you need to bring your heart and faith, and you bring to do everything together, the children say, whoa, Ezra and Nehemiah. Most of the children know about King David and Abraham, Ezra and Nehemiah. Deborah, you are speaking about leadership in a way of how women can change the world, how Esther is changing the world, how Miriam changed the world, how things is happening, and you are delivered that with the word that it's going to be like men and women are equal. Yes, they are equal. There's King David and Deborah, Esther and Mordechai. We are speaking with them in their language, and then they understand that how beautiful it can be, how beautiful it can be in a day by day. If you are acting, if you love your neighbor, this is something that it's important. Is this hour of time that we are living. This is the junction in history that I understand that we are living. And this is a critical moment for the nation. And for me, the first 10 years, it was just the beginning. We are just warming in the lines about what is going to be in the future, because the states of Israel, the children, the orphans, the widows, they need us. And we understand that. We understand that. And yes, we have to celebrate every day what is happening. And yes, we have to look in the challenges in the eyes and say, great, we are going to beat that. We are going to go over that. And if not, going around that. And I will finish by saying that this is something that I earned. This is my beautiful present that I get from you all to be part of what you are doing. I'm really proud to serve Israel and the Jewish people. I love to be the voice, the day by day man that can reflect that I have in my life a lot of obstacles that I have, but I learn to understand, and now we are developing a new curriculum in Jerusalem that is going to speak about healing and trauma. And when I'm speaking about healing and trauma, I know that because I'm living with the healing and trauma in my house. I don't need to read that in books, and I don't need to see movies. When I understand what is my role, because I'm not a therapist, not psychiatrist, not psychiatrist, but what the spiritual contribute that I can bring to the post-trauma, I know that because I have in my house somebody like that's live. To say to you that it's a great, no, but this is if you accept that as God put you in this position to understand before you are communicating and leading something, my life is better in understanding that this is a big plan here. This is a big thing that we are committed to do. I'm behaving like a soldier in a big army that's serving, and for me, it's something that I really enjoy to do and proud to do with you all. To say to you, thank you for your support and being every Monday here or every day here, and I'm saying Sharon name couple of times, but one of the first thing that she did as a chairman, we spoke about the Aaron and the hair. And I think without somebody that hold your hands while you don't have power, and there is times in the last 10 years that I didn't have power. I know to raise my hands, but without the JH Israel boards, without friends, partners, volunteers, and a list of hundreds of people that was the Aaron and the hair, right, Sharon? I'm a good student. But
Yes.
without the people that holding the hands of me personal, my family personal, and the states of Israel, we cannot do it. And I think one of the things that we encourage the young generation is to ask for help, to looking for the skies and see what is the resource and ask for help. I learned to ask. I learned it was hard for me because I'm, Israeli and strong and a hero. But if you know to develop your vulnerability and you know to understand that you cannot do it by yourself, the vision and the mission are going to do. And I will end by saying, who is the man who desire life and love many days that he may see good? I can tell you that, I'm not like Moses. I'm entering to the good land. I'm not just going to stand there and wait for something will happen. So maybe the first phase was Moses, and now we have to becoming a Joshua and conquer the land and continue to do what we are doing. And the formula is working. And what Heather started a long years ago and dream and have visions and dreams and resource, spiritual resource to give to others and to me in a personal way. This is my obligation. This is the heritage that I got and I will bring to others, and I will continue. And if people look at me like I'm some kind of crazy or whatever, I think this is give you the stamp that you are doing something right in a way. So thank you very much for your prayers and your partnership. And I really want you to come to Israel. And now you have to take 2 days because in the past it was just day. We are coming to the NLC. And again, I don't know if I can share that with you, but my celebration today here in the NLC was a meeting with the construction, and on Sunday we are going to start to building the overnight here. So again, Sharon, don't tell that I told that. I will give an update in July, but just to show you that we are not enjoying. We thank to the Lord, but we are not stopped. It's not stopped. It's just going to breathe and continue to breathe and continue to be alive. And today and on Sunday, to say to you that we have all the money for that, you know the answer, of course not. But who cares? We understand that to do an overnight here, this is that. So we are going to start with the phases. We are going to put the Concord on the ground, pour a lot of prayer on that, and hopefully that, not hopefully, for sure, God is going to provide. So
Amen.
well,
Amen.
it was a little bit
Good
longer,
stuff.
but thank you, Patricia.
Yeah, well,